My name is Russ Freel. I was a fire control technician on the USS Orlek from late 68 through 71. During that time, we did an extended tour out of Yokosuka, Japan, back and forth to Vietnam and various other places. The growing up basically on there, we went on as a kid and we left as a man, and very well educated from being overseas. And one of the things that we received while we was on board during that time was a citation, and I wanted to read that and put it on record. During the period of August 1968 through July 1970, as a non-rotated unit of the 7th Fleet, the Orlek was assigned primarily to naval gunfire support duties of the coast of Vietnam in support of friendly forces ashore. Other assignments such as career task group operations, surveillance, shotgun ship for picket stations, and special operations were conducted without missing a single commitment. The rigorous schedule requiring unfailing attention to duty and keen sense of professional pride on your part to ensure the continual readiness for the combat operations. We traveled more than 134,000 miles of blue water. And delivered 18,000 rounds of ammunition on the enemy troops and logistic targets. Efficiency awards was won by 2 departments during this period. I, being a fire controlman, was in charge or associated with the firing of the guns and ammunition on board. As I came aboard, the ship was already overseas, and I met it in Bangkok, Thailand. And from Bangkok, Thailand, as a seaman, new on board, we went right straight to Vietnam. And my job was in the director, which was a unit that guided the guns, the gun mounts. We had a manual firing situation, and where we couldn't use radar and we couldn't use particular pieces of equipment, you had to fire with line of sight. The target was what we called a reverse slope target. It was behind a mountain. I had to locate it in my viewfinder and keep the ship and the guns directly on target as the ship rolled and pitched. That was my job to do visually. As we trained around to find the target, I told the chief, well, his name was Groovy Groves. I told the chief, I said, "Chief, there's got to be something wrong." He says, "What is that?" And I says, "I'm looking at a church. My target that you gave me is a church." It was the steeple of a church, and all we could see was the top of the steeple sticking up from behind the mountain. And I could hear him repeat that on the radio back to our spotter who was on the ground. And the spotter confirmed, yes, target acquired. And I never will forget that, pulling the trigger on a church. And sure enough, 3 rounds we were dead on, and that church just went up in a big, horrendous ball of smoke. It wound up to being a VC ammo dump. They were using it to store ammunition in. But that was one experience that I've never forgotten, won't. So, the day we got back from overseas, we went to rough tray and all kinds of training and stuff. Anyway, I got my records orders to go PCS and get off the Orlek. And the day they signed me off, it finally hit me, and I had to get off quick. I couldn't stay because I was in tears all the way down. I left behind 3 years of all my friends, and it was tough. Still miss them today. This is the first time I've seen them in, 20 years, Bob? somewhere along there. It's been real gratifying. I've really enjoyed it, and thanks to Bob Orlick and all their work that we're able to do this, and I hope it continues for a long time.